Onur Erim is a writer specialising in Turkish and regional politics, and he joins me now in the studio. Thanks very much for joining us, Onur. Now, we're in election month. It's June the 1st, and these elections were supposed to be held in November 2019. What do you believe is the main reason for bringing them forward?
Well, President Erdogan has put forth two main reasons. He kept saying, when he said he was deciding about this with his party, that number one, there had to be some important decisions to be made as for security, especially when it comes to decisions to be made for Syria and for Iraq. On the other hand, he said there are some important decisions that had to be made on the economical side of the country's heading. And he said things that because people have in their mind that there's elections coming up, are raising questions both domestically and internationally. One other thing that he put out, which wasn't really seen by the public, but those of us in Ankara, especially in the government positions, live this from day after day. Unfortunately, the fact that we are in a presidential system now, but the full implementation of the system has not kicked in because the elections weren't held, was a major problem. So, so to speak, you had all the tools that you needed to do, but you couldn't touch most of them because elections weren't held yet. Okay.
Now, I want to ask you about something that President Erdogan says. One of the reasons that he says the elections were brought forward were because there were many threats to the country. Tell us about these threats.
Well, let's just look back after, especially the July 15 coup attempt. There has been almost no major problems in Turkey, but these were largely due to just unbelievable performance of both the Ministry of Interior, the armed forces, the gendarmerie, the police, and what have you. The problem there, I think, lays in that Turkey is ready to take the next step. Turkey showed this in Afrin. Turkey is showing this in Manbij. But the tools that it needs, again, with the new system, is not in its hands yet. We could go only so far, but then both domestically and internationally, we have these sets that we have to get rid of. And I think what President Erdogan keeps talking about is things like these. Most of the things that we cannot see in the public eye. Okay.
Now, I want to bring to you some criticism. Of course, the country is still under state of emergency, and there's a lot of criticism about the elections being held under state of emergency. What do you make of this?
I think the practical answer to that is I've been living in the same country as everybody else. The state of emergency hasn't affected me yet. The state of emergency affects only those that have been involved with the FETÖist terrorist group. Is there problems within the system? Yes. Is there some injustice being done? I'm sure there are in a minority level. But what we need to look forward is the government is putting agencies after agencies, groups after groups to get rid of these injustice in a timely manner. What everybody has to realize is what we have went through on July 15th would have brought down many of the big, as we know, big Western countries, and thank God we have survived to this date.
Okay, Onur, thank you very much. Onur Erim, and I'm sure we'll be speaking to you a lot in the coming weeks. Thanks so much.